You. Yeah, that works. We'll try to make an navmesh today. That will be probably take few streams, but once we have an actual navmesh and not the grid, that will be when we can make really good buffering. So let's try doing that. Okay. Let's include game state here. We'll have a strong navmesh. Probably like a triangle. Have an edge. Edge is just 2 points. A and B. Maybe we'll make it let's keep it like that. Triangle consists of edges, 3 edges. It's just 2 points. Let's actually use an array. A navmesh is an arbitrary array of edges. I'm sorry, of triangles. I think we need to use arrays. Don't have any good array, so I guess I'll use the array template for now. We'll really want we'll want a triangle array eventually, but for now we just stick to generating edges only. We'll make a generate navmesh. So free navmesh can be a thing. Why not? Okay. Oh, you have an array. I should probably point to the Is this used? I don't think I use bucket arrays. Remove that, I think this is clear actually. I'm not sure why Visual Studio is dumb, but it is. Oh no, I think I still use tables. I don't use buckets though. Okay. Now it works. What I also want is find row navmesh. Basically in game state, this is where I will say have an navmesh here. Right. No, I said I'm not using an navmesh. The reason I wasn't using an navmesh is because I didn't know how to do it. It was always a plan to make an navmesh. Although initially I also wanted flow fields because they felt like the right answer, but they didn't seem to be compatible with like variable sized agents. So like all the performance gains that it gave were just neglected if you wanted to actually support some features that were required. Not honestly sure if I can even make the nav mesh right now. I don't know if I understand this enough, but what I would at least want is some visualization. No, okay, update. Rain. So update map data is where I would say nav mesh. Game state nav mesh. This. So it's generate nav mesh game state. Although one thing that is problematic with nav meshes is that we'll not have a unit. We'll not really have unit to unit correctly. Although we never really had. Uh, although maybe there's like some way to like regenerate the nav mesh so often that it would be like if we could make regeneration of nav mesh really fast, then maybe we could add like stationary units to the nav mesh or something. Probably not though. Anyways, nav mesh is the most accurate way of pathfinding. As far as I know, so it's about time to have it. What a joke. Oh my god. Can't believe I have to do that by hand. How many more? Okay. Oh my god. How many more? Oh, I do use them a bit, which is unfortunate. Nice. Okay, so now draw. So for navmesh right now, let's just add a few edges, and we'll say. So first, maybe draw edge is when we'll do it. This would be draw. Need to include the render offsets. And then we also need to draw the navmesh for now. Draw. Okay. Outside to do draw navmesh to do debug show navmesh setting. Okay. Oh, of course. It's the des, I guess. And yeah, I should run and release. Yeah, I need it to be drawn over the fog though. And the reason is probably because I have to say point to password to screen. And of course this should be +4 and this should be modulo for now what we need to do is iterate over the map. You know, traverse it 2 different ways. This is not very cache friendly. Reversing it in the opposite way. Not very cache friendly. Eh. Okay. Tile info had some weird indexing. Tile index. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I don't think that's accessible here, so I'll have to include pathfinding probably. Do we have terrain? What was it? Map? No. How was that named? Tile set. Okay, tile index XY. So here I think I would store the edge. I have edge, right? Was collision. So you'll say if was collision and current collision. I don't think collision is a bull right now. Building collision is something I'll have to handle on its own too. So now if was collision, now make and we'll extend the edge. Points 1 equals current. So this will be x times tile size plus tile size, right? And if there wasn't, and there is collision, right? Or maybe if there is collision, if was collision, we extend. Otherwise, we say 0.0, right? And this is not really that useful anyways, because I mean, I will show what it does, but it's not useful. Actually, it didn't even work. Interesting. Hi. So navmesh is used for navigation, pathfinding, you can say, and here you can. This basically is like a triangulation of the pathable areas, and it allows you to, instead of currently we do like a tile pathfinding, which is really inefficient, and this one's like way more efficient and way more precise because it partitions way more intelligently, basically. And I have never written an actual nav mesh like this. This is like more mathy than I'm usually comfortable with, so we'll see. I mean, on paper, it seems like an easy. Like it doesn't seem that complicated, but when I just look at the numbers, I didn't really like. I don't have a strong intuition for math, which is annoying, as it would be useful to have. But right now, I'm trying to just generate a set of edges that the map would have. Actually, I feel like basically if up has collision, that's when we wouldn't make an edge. You don't get added for some reason. Oh, yeah. Oh, also this is wrong. I'll call this make new edge, actually. Oh, I see. Make new edge, and here we would set it to false, right? Here we set it to true, and here we set it to true. Actually, no, I feel like was collision was more sensible. Readable. Okay, that's sort of what I wanted. Just now also want to say that our app basically either this or vice versa. So we would say or no current collision but up. I'm not exactly sure of some of them because well, let's make one for this. Okay. And now the difference here is that we would add it here instead of there. I think that does it. Except for this pesky error. Pesky typo. Okay. Seems sort of partitioned. Very likely to draw because we currently. So what I should do is instead of draw circle, I should do draw rectangle. Is that shorthand? Okay. And now what I would say is this. 8. Actually, what I'm looking for is not draw rect, I'm looking for draw color. Okay. And here I need yet another paren. So that should be faster. Okay, and maybe let's make them a bit smaller. Okay, it adds more FPS. Okay, so this is basically an edge list for... this is where I would actually want a new edge to be started. How would I do that now? Those edges are also not stored with connections, which is a problem, I think. I imagine at least. I feel like I will make the line smaller. So yeah, this is where I would want a new edge to be started. Yeah, I think the way to do it is say, or rather maybe last collision. Huh. Check collision kind. This would be a static. Return 0 by default, and we would get it a tile current tile info sign. Now basically for this, I'll return 1. For this, I'll return 2. And this is the inverse, right? Okay. Last collision. Say 0. This is the same kind of collision as when we equals. We just go further. And now still last collision equals current collision, last collision equals. Yeah, that's basically what we always do here, right? Now we get way too many for some reason, I wonder why. And only on the x-axis. I feel like that means we have something wrong here. Current up. you have 32. Maybe that's done. Yeah, that would make sense, I guess. Or maybe not. Yeah, it did fix it. Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Yeah, okay, that's useful. So this is the set of constraint edges that we want to have. And basically everything inside of this is unpuffable. Hmm. What's up, Dexter? I probably will, but this navmesh is not even close to completion. Right now, I just like made an automatic edge generator that will like outline the terrain, the collision layer, and I suppose. Well, this needs some refactoring. There's a lot of copy pasting here, so I need to think about that. Probably say. But I'm pretty sure buildings will just yeah. I think buildings will need to be in the navmesh, and we'll just rebuild it. Ideally, even static units would be in the navmesh, but that might be too slow. That might be laggy. I don't know. So how do I make this reasonable? So I would want to iterate on this code, but right now this is not robust. It's super easy to break it. Huh. Say static void generate edges. We'll say Yeah, I think we'll do avoidance. Right now is a nicer, but it works very poorly. I don't think we can ship that. I don't know, this is so overcomplicated, but... I don't know if what I'm doing is sensible. Sign. Sign. Well, now my idea is that I should basically give it a navmesh and I say true and false. And let's actually call this vertical instead. Vertical. I don't know. This whole thing doesn't sound like a good idea, honestly. Y, X. Return. So basically now I can write this as if it was, I guess. I can write this as if it was, this will be x plus 1, y, as if I was writing for 1, for x, I'm sorry. And then it'll automatically flip the vertices for me, I mean dimensions for me, in the util functs. I think. Yeah, almost works. Just need to fix something. So this would be up by default, right? Up. This one, check collision kind. Navmesh. Hmm. That's weird. It's as if last collision was always true. Or something. Current collision equals check collision kind. And it's all good outside of the fact that it does it every time. Like we don't have any other glitches, so that tells me that we are mostly fine. It's just current collision. Current collision. So weird. If you're at the last collision, edge is initialized to 0 if we are equal. Current collision. Side. What if I replace it with 0? Do we get anything correctly? I guess it means that this is never true. Extension. Oh, that's very interesting. That was so interesting, honestly. So if side is nothing, it will just make diagonals? When? Oh, that's so unexpected. Interesting. So let's make a new edge for everything. Seems accurate. So this could just be else if like this. Okay, that seems very much correct. And now if we do this, that breaks, right? And let's try not doing the vertical pass. Maybe that helps. No. So vertical flipping has nothing to do with what we are struggling with. Oh. No. What? Check collision kind. I'm so confused, honestly. I don't know what's happening. Hmm. I might need to work on some of the navmesh stuff, like do some of the legwork of stream. The Dollar Knight triangulation is something that I still can't wrap my head around, but I'm getting closer to it. Mm. I haven't get to that line ever. Maybe what's fucked here is no. No, I don't know. Used to be working, it's now broken. So those are our constraint edges, right? So constraint Delanite triangulation works like this. You give it like a set of points and triangulate it, but constraint edges is also something you give it, and those edges are forced into the triangulation no matter what. Even if it means that it's not correctly like Delanite or whatever. Mm. Fuck. Why? Why is this like this? Current. Let me debug this. This is so annoying. Oh. Okay, now it works. So now let's actually make a new struct. This will be navmesh internal, right? And this will have a navmesh, right? And it will have this list of edges. Actually, for now, maybe not. Maybe let's not do that for now. Just because I'm still working on this, right? I'm still iterating over edges. And what I'd want now is make a KD tree, so we'll say KD tree. Actually, we'll just do nodes. I'm not like, entirely sure if we want them as points, but for now, let's say this, left, right. Anytime we're working with nodes, that's when we can utilize arenas. Okay. And now basically what I will do is say, I probably will actually say navmesh on edge, navmesh, edge, edge. Alright, right now this will just be it. Say navmesh, edge, instead of all of those. Actually, I'm thinking that we should also pass it a pool building. Just trying to not duplicate code, that's why I'm passing those pools. Not exactly my favorite architectural design, but I'm not exactly sure how to do it differently. I think I'll also flag this as pool building. Add edge, edge, I guess maybe bull building would be here, right? Building. So maybe what I just say is, instead of doing that, I just said here edge building equals building. So we're reusing this edge a few times. Actually, could even move it here for optimization sake, but let's rather keep it where it should logically be for robustness, and let's hope the compiler optimizes it. And here, what I would want to do is say kd add edge. I guess maybe what we also say is edge, maybe edge index, right? Edge index. An edge index, we can calculate that. So this will be edge equals this. Edge index equals navmesh edges data under minus edge. And I guess rather than the opposite. This not exactly. Oh, this is why. Okay, added edge. We'll make it have the nav nodes right now. And most of this navmesh structure currently is just intermediary data that we will need eventually for navmesh generation. Yeah. Spine partitioning, I'm not exactly sure what it's useful for, but I've been, from what I watched, it is useful for something, so. Navmesh. Okay. Those I should move here, they're only related to Dan. KD on. Edge. Sure. Okay, whatever. Let's keep that out for now. And now let's choose color here. So this would be this is the RGBA color, and we'll set it to this. But if edge building, we'll set the color to this. I want like orange, so this probably means L5 here. Okay. And here we'll use color. Color. Okay. Okay, now the problem with this is that we only generate the navmesh during update map data, and we actually want to do it during update unit map. Which is kind of fun, actually. So update unit map is regenerated every frame. Really fun. Honestly, but whatever, let's keep it here. Say to do only regenerate navmesh if building collision or collision, so building collision map or collision map was changed. Okay. But we can see the building edges now. I actually feel like this should be a bit different. What I will do instead is I'll remove the building arc. Building. And what I will do, say check collision kind. And now, basically we'll do this. Say building. Edge building. Fuck. Edge building. The reason I'm setting this as a arg is for as a parameter for architectural reasons. It's so we are basically forced to pass in when we add an edge. So there's no way we don't. And what I say here is basically last collision is greater than 2. Can't say that. You say that, and here we say false. Okay. And now this should be epic. Yeah, okay, see. This is now connected. Like, oh, this is really bad. At least if there was a note here, I would accept it, but there isn't. So I'm not sure why that is. we have to do this. No, it doesn't exactly solve it. I don't know if I would go. That's to be explored, but we need buildings to be in navmesh. So basically, we need dynamic terrain. It's all the matter of how much can we actually use it. I don't think it's actually like I feel like it's dangerous for us to like conceptually design things that we don't exactly understand the ramifications for. So like we design like was a lot of design of like dynamic terrain that we literally have no idea how to do. I mean, it's good that it was done because that means we can now explore it, right? But it's just like hard to exactly say what the result will be because yeah, there is gonna be regeneration of the navmesh, but it's not free, so just have to be very wary because that dynamic terrain feature could be replaced with something more meaningful. Like, okay, yes, this is a cool feature, but what if we had 2 times the unit count, right? So I don't know. We'll figure it out, but we'll see what works, and we'll see how much we can actually optimize, right? I don't know why this one works like perfectly here, but this one's like this. I mean, I guess the reason is that this unit is like perfectly. Not exactly sure. I think building collision is just something I will strictly forbid. Building collision. Building collision. And I will say if game state tile info. Oh my god, why am I accessing it like that? So bad for performance. If game state, if tile info that collision, then we just set the, I guess if no collision and that's what I will do. So basically, if something is already a collision, and we don't want it to also be building. That simplifies the logic for navmesh. Yeah, I know why this is bad. And that's, I mean, oh my god. I'm really foggy today because I'm starting to say Polish a few times already. But the reason I did this originally was because, and this is actually something else. So this is tile spec. The reason why I did it that way is because I must replace. Originally, it was just an accessor like this, right? And then I must replace it, and now it's junky. Layer tiles, tile spec. Tile info. In this case, actually, there's no meaningful change. In this case, there is one. Unless style index call. I was giving a lot more credit to how debugger works. I'm sorry, how compiler works. Actually, this is also no change, but stylistically better to still do it. Yeah, I think I was giving more credit to the compiler sometimes, where I thought something would be optimized away, and now I for the fact know that it will not, because it thinks that the function might actually do something. Although maybe it reasons it's through. This is an inline, so I mean it would still probably be a calculation, especially since it involves a global, not a local. Okay, let's see what we get. Yeah, this is perfect now. This is exactly what I need. Okay, interestingly enough, this is a collision. Because here's where start location lies. I think for now, we'll just strictly say, or rather, maybe what I say is I go to diff files, I say start location, and I say, oh, it does say ignore collision, so what is wrong? Okay, I think that doesn't. Likely enough. Okay. That looks like a sensible set of edges for collision. And now what I want is spatial partition for the points. So let's do that, and then basically I want the session for now being, but that's still good progress. This is what we need for generating the navmesh. A set of constraint edges, and yeah, looks great so far. Navmesh, okay. Nav node. Actually, here we just say nav node. Nav node, or maybe root, and nav node is the node that we want to add. Right. Nav node. Okay, nav node, node, point equals edge, building, at points, node, point, node, edge index equals edge index, return No, and maybe here we even say just pause. Pause. Now we would say is KD add nodes. Need an arena for adding at least. Navmesh arena, navmesh nodes. Probably needs to be a root. Probably needs to be a pointer to a pointer. And we say make nav node edge points 0 and an edge index, right? And same here. Okay. And here I'll just say root pointer. Nav node none. Or rather root. And now if no root, that means that root equals root pointer equals none return. Oh, maybe that means that I can just move it here. Node. Right, and here when we make an F node, don't really want to allocate it immediately now. So this is where I would say push. Can I push copy? Push struct. Have to write then. Node equals node like this. A rema, not a rena. Interesting way to write that. Okay. And now what we also need is depth. Depth. Set it to 0 for buff. And now if depth. Yeah, so for the first step, we'll do X. Now if not X. Say this node and depth +1. Right, otherwise we say that to the right. And now same thing goes for the other one, just say Y instead. And yeah, that's it. That's basically it for adding. Now for traversing we do the same, we just say KD find. Say root left, root right. Okay, now this is pause and node. And now if. And actually here this is where we actually can return. And since that's true, I will just say that. Simplify it a bit. And now if no root, then we return 0, right? And if root pause or point equals pause, that's when we return the root. So this is for finding the root. And I'll find closest is a bit different. Comparing floats here. Maybe we should do um since this might be inaccurate. I mean, although here we like pre-compute constant values, so I think this is accurate, but who knows? Okay. I feel like I should probably keep it to this, honestly, for this sec, since all of them will look like that. Although I didn't like ending a function with no return like that. I like a return statement on the global scope. In this case, that would be unreachable, so it's dumb either way. Find closest. Go find closest. The difference being is known equals known equals 0. Rather, result equals 0. And now we compare the distance, v2 distance between, say, pause result and pause root. Right. So here's when we return the result, and here's when we return the root. And here we should actually return if there's no left and so here basically if root, or rather if root left, the result would be root. Does that make sense? Is we want to reach lift nodes, right? I think. Actually should be a reverse, of course, but okay. Basically when I add an edge, KD on, as if root equals if point equals to node point. This is when we would want to return already added. And now let's see if find closest works. Edge index equals find closest nav KD find closest. navmesh nodes. Position being 1. So this should clear nodes to be 0. Find closest. Position being the word cursor, I think. Local state. Word cursor. The depth being 0, right? Okay, whatever. And now what we say is if this is closest, right? So if closest and closest edge index equals I. And closest RGBA left color equals, or maybe point colors too, equals color, right? Say point colors closest index equals 1, 1, 1, 1, right? Should do it. Yeah, alright, so should be here. Yeah, since this gets recreated every fucking frame. Silly. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. We'll say pref building collision, right? And I should compress those into flags. Not that important now, but boom. So basically, right now I'm just tracing if we have made a change. Not very efficient because we are checking it for every tile. Uh, Ideally, we would just do like a hash, but then hash collisions could break the game. So maybe none. I don't know. Not sure how to make this performance thingy. This is not the end of the world, but okay. We didn't get any prevented nodes, interestingly enough. Wonder why. But maybe I have removed the debug code. Navmesh. Yeah, I did. It's good to know. Also, didn't seem like it updated correctly. Yeah, this needs to be different. We could do this instead. So right now adding thing would update it, but removing it wouldn't. So you can see the nice properties of it, where it will actually just merge like smartly. And now all we need is to fill up the in betweens with Telenite triangles. Uh, could also maybe do other kinds of convex polygons, maybe, but I don't know if algorithms for that are available. Like really, all I need is any triangulation for now, and then we can Delanai for better behavior, since Delanai are they exhibit better properties, both performance wise and path quality wise. I'm pretty sure. So something to think about. Also, it would be nice to, instead of doing like this right angle thing, if we just had like a straight up line. That would be great. But that's not what the current collision system is, so I can't do it yet, but would like to, for sure. I don't think my find closest is correct. I think there's no root thing is a problem. There should always be a closest. Oh, actually, that's godsend because I can just say chords. And here, this is the index. Chord index. Let's just say, maybe it is even say I instead of index. And that's much better. Okay. That's good. Pause chord. That makes a lot more sense. And this can just speed this root. Say the same thing here, just a little bit for the right none. I was actually search for binary, so KD3, find closest. I read that algorithm. I have not written that one yet. Never needed it. So can I get like a simple code for it? Well, no. Dude, I hate those mathematical things. I can't fucking parse that. I need to fucking up my math game, really. So annoying. I don't know. This one is kinda hard for me to visualize. KD3. Yeah, the hyperplane and hypersphere is fucking so confusing. Oh, I see. Okay. In a best, let's see. So this is current. This is best. Already relief. I heard that most of the fucking researchers are written for mathematicians or not programmers. I mean, hyperspheres and hyperplanes XD. Because I know what it fucking means. Two, two mallocs per fucking insertion XD. Fuck it. The fuck is this queue? Alright, this means square, right? Find nearest. The variables with abbreviations are very fucking readable. I so fucking much prefer quad trees, honestly, but for nearest search, I never needed. Nearest search. Why is this so fucking hard? Oh, templates. Oh, people really like writing in this style. Like, what the hell? Virtual destructor. Virtual destructor is so dumb. Nearest recursive, best match. Nearest. Okay, this is not readable. And this is written for mathematicians. Hyperspheres XD. And this video doesn't load. So I think what it in principle means is that we are checking if the other now if current right. Okay, so now that allows us to be even more efficient. So now we'll say for index, right? And then we'll say child index equals it actually does even better because that means we can say static nav node id child nav node and we'll say tap. Also say pause. This is all we need to say now. Node, and we return the node. And actually, we just returned this. Now I can say child equals kd child current plus depth plus the current depth, right? And then the leaf can say if the child is here, that's when we say child. Otherwise we say current, because we're trying to find the leaf. And now when we say pass, okay, that's when we say. Okay, let's actually correct all of those to use kd child root pause step node pause. Kinda dumb, but sure. So where are we? So this is pointer actually. This now can just be. Oh yeah. So this is kd child node. Actually, to make it a bit less code, I can use the reference thing from C++. And that allows me to say just this. I could even make it a const. Or no, not really. Okay, and now this is current pause depth, right? And here is pause and depth +1. All we need to return here. And I will reset is nav node other child. And basically to get the other child we can just +1 the depth, right? Or no, that's not a good idea. Don't think. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Kinda dumb. Maybe what I should say is KD. Maybe all we should return is the child index. Here, this would be children. Like this, right? Child index, and then that allows us to also say child index plus 1 modulo 2. Points. Okay, and this is KD child index. Current children, like this. If other child, that's when we just pass the other, when we call find closest on the other child. Actually, that might be working. I'm not sure though. No, let's see. I don't see it working. Always works for this one though. This might be a sorting issue too. So what I will say is 33 point size to say 4, and there now point size of the closest index will be set to 8. And actually, to make this less annoying, what I will do is I will make this a for loop. That single one always worked, but so if we still have overlapping step, it probably is fine. And how about we just say 6? Or maybe 5, since it's goes every direction. How is it drawn below? So interesting, honestly. Why would it work like that? I don't know. Yeah, if the life is a thing and it's better than the best, that's when we say that. And this KD child index probably can go here. Or no, never mind. Maybe like that, honestly. And then so it probably doesn't matter. So prevented should be something removed by now. Good to know that some duplicates get removed, but you can clearly see that some are not. We seem to be doing better now. They all seem to be drawing behind that. That's really fucking weird. I don't know. Views works. Almost. Almost. Yeah, this technically should be like this. You do them too. And I will correctly make the left one the smaller one, but that doesn't really shouldn't really matter per se. I might get slightly different results now, maybe. Don't know. Mm. Oh, I'm muted. We used to just return the other leaf if it was closer, but that's just not correct enough. We need to check if they are actually if there's actually a leaf inside of this other leaf distance. Feels so wrong. I don't know why. Can this return the other leaf? Is my question. Katie find closest. Maybe I should just return the distance between the two. The distance between. Pause. No, pause. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Almost. This is way closer. This seems fairly close. Or here we should also say that best is other and best distance is other distance, I think. Other. Maybe I'm completely wrong about that and that's not necessary, but let's see. Yeah, it's way fucking closer now, but maybe now this works? Question mark. Yeah, this seems way worse. Yeah, this guy also has like a range. Not sure if I will need a range. Okay. Um. I like this thing that this guy did is has a direction inside of the node. Have it here. So now we can completely get rid of the depth. Basically every fucking time we just say. Okay. Another thing that the guy does is basically KD. That what we would say is new node here equals current del plus 1 modulo 2. And here this is there. She simplifies it even more. Yeah, no 0 here, no this here. This is obviously at a cost of having to have a bigger node, but simplifies all the things, probably worth it. I don't know, this red thing is weird. I don't know why he tracks that. I think this is for, like, actually returning a result. It's kind of dumb. Is the range something he writes to here? No. He does not. Oh yeah, this is kinda wrong. Maybe I just keep the depth here. I'm fine with that. What I could also say is current. Can't do that. Specifically because the main pointer, the root pointer might be 0, so that wouldn't work. No. Wait, what is that function I was looking for? Find nearest. Where is this used? Okay, the distance definitely wrong. Because the there we might not want to use that dimension. We always want, here we always want current there, what's this? So yeah, this should check if it exists. Although I feel like in this case, it has to. Yeah, right. Maybe what I need to do is keep track of best distance here. Just sit down. Yeah, maybe I return the distance, right? Ah, why is this taking so fucking long? It's third hour actually. I'm still wrangling with the KD trees. I had to fucking describe it as hyperplanes and hyperspheres instead of just having some pseudocode that's readable. I mean, most usually pseudocode is unreadable, but I mean, really best is just this. Probably. Dude, best is such a weird word. No, best pointer. Oh my god, this is good. Becoming so messy. Best equals best pointer. No best enter this. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not dealing with that. That becomes messy. Think about it again. I feel like this already means we are doing this. I feel like KG distance is only meant to be used here. So this would be like plane this node plane distance, and this would be node point distance. And this would be a node plane distance, which is the KG thing. Right. And then this would be nav node other closest, right? Now it check the distance. Yeah, okay. I think this is finally in. Now, I think this is guaranteed to exist. Here, right? And then we'll say best distance. If it's smaller, then we say other closest distance. And at that point, we just return other closest. So this is the last one. Although I will, maybe for better sake of a better, more future-proof architecture, I will say this. Please tell me this is it. And apparently, this needs to be checked. Now this is weird because I wouldn't expect it to be broken. Oh. Yeah. Right, that was just a typo. Okay, I think that makes sense. Yeah, now it works. Fucking great. Epic. That was just me being goofy and using the same distance functions for point check and plane check. Yeah, the hypersphere thing, I'm pretty sure I understand now. It means that we are doing like a basically a distance check to the plane, but since we're axis aligned, that just means we are comparing the x's or the y's in that case. Can we do better than this though? That's my question. Question mark? I mean, I can just return here, right? Other closest. And here what I could do is make say that nav node best equals this, then that's leave, otherwise it's current. Ah, that sucks. Go back. Okay, let's keep it as is. Then we'll say get comment and say progress from stream 24 May. And we'll say legwork for navmesh. Say KD3, we'll say constraint edges gen. The nearest search. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is it for now, and I'll stream tomorrow. We'll probably do more puffing, enough meshing. I think we could attempt to triangulate tomorrow. This will be very fucking painful. It's pretty disastrous that the KD tree took me so long. I failed to understand the distance difference here and there. Thankfully, I didn't over engineer this like I almost did. And this there, I can probably just move here. It's all I need. Okay, whatever. Maybe child index is here. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow.